Okay, so now we had spoken in the previous class was on Manrega. Now we're going to talk about is another poverty alleviation program, and that is called as National Rural Livelihood Mission. Okay, so what is it called in short? Let me write it down. As I said, we're going to talk about is National Rural Livelihood Mission, and it is called as NRLM. Okay, now this is one of the you know important programs of the government of India in terms of allocation, because it covers the entire poor. Okay, let me see how much it covers. Okay, so it seeks to reach out 8 to 10 crore rural poor households and organize them into small household groups. Okay, so they make it into small fragmentation like village level. Okay, and they basically want this to happen by 2021-22. Okay, so NLRM ensures the adequate coverage of poor and vulnerable sections of the society, identified through the participatory processes and approved by Gram Sabha. So the Gram Sabha also has to participate in this program. Okay, so basically it is a convergence of the Panchayat Raj institutions, and it is a very important program. So let me write down here the PRI, that is Panchayat Raj institutions. So their involvement is also very important. Okay, let me write another essential point. Okay, so now most interesting part is during the year 2013 and 14, Ajivika NRLM has focused on supporting to the state mission. So they are now supporting to the state missions. Okay, like now they are providing the comprehensive induction training is happening, and they are building the support. Okay, so as of now, so as of March 2014, 27 states and the Union Territory of Puducherry, that is Pondicherry, have been converted to NRLM. So almost that means NRLM, this program is under 27 states and 1 union territory of Puducherry. So NRLM has focused on creating strategies and initiating to reach out to the most marginalized and vulnerable communities. Okay, so what are the places where they have reached? So persons with disabilities, so there also they are reaching out. So that is called as PWDs. Okay, then we will talk about the elderly, then particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So in short form it's called as PVTGs. Okay, then you have bonded labor. Now what is bonded labor? See, bonded labor are people for generations and generations they have been bonded. They cannot break the the torture of the zamindars or the landowners. Okay, so these people are bonded because the next generation is also been told to be the tillers of the land, and because they have taken heavy debt from the loaners and the lenders, and that is why they have not been able to come out from this vicious circle of labor. So this is called as bonded because they are bonded and they are tied up for the next 3 or 4 generations. Okay, so bonded labor is also being reviewed by this mission. Okay, so this mission is also very important for bonded labor. And yes, manual scavengers. Okay, and then also victims of human trafficking. Okay, so basically, so as I said, it is reaching entire society, all the people, not only poor but the people who are vulnerable, they need help. So this program is for them. Okay, now during the year, emphasis is also on strengthening the institutional systems in terms of adopting human resource manual, then financial management, and around 1.58, if you can see, 1.58 lakh youths have set up their own enterprises. So they have made small businesses with the help of this Ajivika NRLM program. And 24.5 lakh Mahila Kisans have also been provided. So let me write down this point. And this is the achievement of NRLM program. So let me just wrap this. Yes. So as I was saying, around 1.58 lakh youth have set up their own enterprises with the help of Ajivika, and 24.5 lakh Mahila, that is women, Mahila Kisans, the Kisans are farmers, have also been provided support. Okay, now we'll come to the next one, that is the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Okay, it's called as Sadak Yojana, so it's basically for infrastructure. So Sadak, because all the names are in Hindi, so that's why I have to pronounce in Hindi. Yes, so let me write down here. Okay, so Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak, Sadak means road, Yojana, Yojana means scheme. Okay, so first is, if you know the problem of rural roads, because their conditions are very bad, and 80% of the rural constitutes, so 80% of the roads and the rural areas, and that is why to get the network, because most of the people are staying in the rural area. So the vast majority of the population that lives in the villages, for them the roads have to be constructed properly. Now roads form a critical link for rural communities to access the markets, then education, health and other facilities. So that is why road development is very important. And they also enhance opportunities for employment in the non-farm sector. So if a villager wants to come to an industry, he has to travel by road. So if there is a good development of road, they can reach to the non-farm sectors for seeking jobs, and facilitate setting up shops and small businesses also in the vicinity of the areas which are reachable. Okay, so the government of India, let me write down here. So the government of India, as a part of poverty reduction strategy, launched the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, that is PM, very very important, please remember PMGSY. And when was it started? On 25th December 2000, as a centrally sponsored scheme to assist the states. Okay, so now it is the primary objective, as I told you, is to provide good all weather connectivity to all the areas or all the places where you can connect by roads. Okay, and as I said, in respect of the hill states, especially the hill states like Northeast, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and Uttarakhand, and even desert areas such as which is also identified in the desert development program. So for desert area there is a separate program called as desert development program. And then tribal areas and selected tribal and backward areas, which is identified by the Home Affairs Department. Okay, so here also this program is all including to all this to in one section of the society, where all these states where the problem arises of roads are focused. Okay, now so let us see the achievement of PMGSY. Okay, so let me clear this. Okay, so the country, because of PMGSY, has now a network of about 399,979 kilometer of such roads. So the infrastructure has really grown, but we need to work more. Okay, and the program also provides for the upgradation. So where the roads are very bad, they are also upgraded. So upgradation of the existing, very important scheme this is, through routes and major rural links to the standards which how the roads should be maintained. So that is prescribed standards. Okay, and now 10725. So this is very important. Projects have been cleared. So this is passed and it has been sanctioned that the project should be started. Okay, out of 50,000. So there were 50,000 projects. So yet some more projects, lots of projects are still in the pipeline. Okay, so as on March, this is very important data, as on March 31st, 2014, 97,838 habitations. So each village has been connected. So 97,838 habitants. So the local slum areas or the villages have been connected to each other. So many people have been connected. So have been connected. Okay, and new connectivity. Let's talk about new connectivity. So new connectivity is 2,48,919 kilometers has been achieved. Yes, now let's come to the next program, that is Indira Awas Yojana. Okay. So let me write down here Indira Awas Yojana. Okay. So this is a part of a larger strategy. So let me write down here, as a part of a larger strategy of the ministry's poverty eradication effort, the IAY is a very important, so it's a very important scheme of the ministry. So it comes under the Ministry of Rural Development, under the Ministry of rural development. Okay, and it has been providing, so what is this scheme all about? It is providing assistance to below poverty line families, okay, who are either houseless, so they don't have house, or having inadequate, so they don't have the much household facility, so inadequate housing facility. So the government will pay some money, or they will make some kacha pakka roads, or pakka houses, like by way of cement and all, so that is what is the Indira Awas Yojana, and it is very much active in the places like rural areas like UP, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and also they will construct a safe, so they will, let me write, they will construct a safe and durable shelter. Now, the government has been implementing Indira Awas Yojana as a part of enabling approach to shelter for all. So, this is a program which is shelter for all, and here what happens is the house is recognized not by a shelter or dwelling, but looking at how the livelihood is to be supported, and so that there's a cultural expression that we have made such houses, and everybody should have the same kind of houses. So a good home would be in harmony, everybody will be in peace, and extreme weather conditions also, a good home will take care of the people who are living in the houses. Okay, so now in the year, so let me mention this, in the year 2013 and 2014, 13.73 lakhs houses have been constructed. So the previous one was about roads, now this one is we are talking about is houses. Okay, now we will talk about, as I said, so we spoke about Indira Awas Yojana, now we will talk about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Okay, so let me delete this. Okay, so now I will talk about is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Okay, so Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Now this PMAY is a new program, and it was launched in June 2015. Okay, so what is the Yojana here? It is like government is planning to build affordable pakka. So pakka means complete, not kacha. Kacha means it's not yet made properly. So pakka is now become an English word also, pakka houses. And in these houses there must be also water facility. So with water facility, then what else? Sanitation and electricity supply, and it should be for 24 hours. This is very important. Okay, now the scheme originally was meant to cover up people in the as I said, economically weaker section of the society. That is called as, scheme was first, let me write down here, for EWS. So what is EWS? Economically weaker section. Okay, and whose annual income should not exceed more than rupees 3 lakhs. Okay, But now this annual exceed, link, this bracket of 3 lakhs has now exceeded to 6 lakhs. Okay. So, whose annual income is less than 6 lakhs, what happens is, they cover up, they come under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Okay. And it also covers the mid income group. So it is not only for low income, it is also covering up the mid income group, and that is called as MIG. Okay. Now, PMAY is divided into 4 aspects. So let's explain this topic. So as I said, PMAY, okay, scheme has 4 aspects.